Hi guys, it's Kaitlyn from SquareOne Physio. Today I'm just going to run you through a half an hour exercise mat session that you can follow along with at home. So what we'll start with is just lying on your side, knees bent up to 90 degrees, arms out long. You're going to inhale up to the roof and exhale, take your arm over. Inhale your arm back up to the roof, exhale, bring your arm back flat. So this is called a book opening. And this is really good for getting your upper back moving. Now I'm just bending my arm as I go around just because the wall's behind me, but you'll have more space at home. So just taking your arm out completely around and then bringing it back. So we're going to start with 8 each side. Making sure it's just your upper back moving and your lower back is staying nice and still the whole time. Good, so we're going to do another 3 here. And just follow your gaze with your arm. So your neck is turning around as well. And this will just help get a little bit more rotation out of your upper back. Brilliant. Now I'll get you, we'll sit up and repeat on the other side. Good, so knees nice and high again at a 90-degree angle. You can place a pillow underneath your head as well if it's a bit more comfortable. Inhaling up to the roof, exhaling over. Breathing in as you bring your arm back and breathing out to come back to the center. Good, so we're going to make it even on both sides before we progress on. Perfect. And ways you can modify this exercise, if having your arms out long doesn't suit you, is you can have your arms bent behind your head like this, inhaling up to the roof and exhaling out flat. So this is another nice option as well. You can try both, see what works better for you. We'll go for 3 more here. Breathing in and then breathing out. So you just want to feel like you're really wrapping around with your ribs. Your hips and legs staying still down on the mat the whole time. Perfect. What we'll move on to next is called a bent knee fall out. So this one's really good for your deep core. So I want you to think of a light tummy activation, so really turning on your TA, your transverse abdominis, that acts like a corset around your body. Legs can be down or they can be in tabletop, whatever suits you best. You're going to keep your lower back nice and still the whole time. You're going to breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, you drop one leg out to the side, breathe in to bring it back to the center. And you're just going to alternate legs, so right and then left. Now the aim with this exercise is that gap underneath your lower back does not change the whole time. And both of your hips stay level onto the bed. So it should just be your thighs wrapping out sidewards and then coming back to the center. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Breathing in. And you just want to make sure your ribs are nice and soft and keeping contact with the bed the whole time. So a nice way to check is just to keep your hands on top of your ribs just to check we're not flaring. And this is just a nice one to warm up the core and your hips as well for the exercises to come. We'll do one more each side. Brilliant. Now we're going to stay in this position, arms out long. Now the breathing will be a little bit different. We breathe in, rock our legs over to the side. Our rib will come off the bed, opposite shoulder stays down. Breathe out to come back to the center. Good, so it should be knees going first, then hips, and then your bottom rib. Then feel your rib wrapping down, hips, and then knees. So we're going to go for 10 altogether. So this is number 2. And then coming back in. Good, so just breathing in as you go over to the side, just allowing your lower back to stretch. Breathing out to come back to the center. And you want to make sure that you're keeping your ribs down as well throughout this exercise. So we're still thinking of a little bit of core as well. Now, if this is too tricky for you at home, if you feel like it's too much load on your tummy, you can place your legs down on the ground and continue like this. So whichever one suits you best. And it's really just preparing your lower back, warming up the joints, getting the fluid moving around in them. And just getting you nice and warm for the exercises to come. So let's go to the right one more time. And then breathing out. And then to finish on the left, breathing in. And then breathing out. Cool. So now the next one we're going to go into is harder on the core again. So just gently stepping it up. We're going to lift one leg into tabletop. And then lift the other one up to meet it. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in to prepare. As we breathe out, we lower one foot down to touch the bed and then come back up. You're going to alternate each side and just really keeping a bit of tummy on so you're not making that gap underneath your lower back any bigger, so it should remain the same the whole time. Good. And we're going to go for 20 here. So just 20 altogether, so it'll be 10 each leg. I breathe out as you lower your leg down. Breathe in as it comes up. So breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. Good. 10 more. Good. So this is 2. This is 3. Good. And still bringing in an awareness to your ribs. Keep them soft and in contact with the mat the whole time. If your neck's a little bit uncomfortable, just find a towel at home to place underneath. I find that helps. And really, the angle in between your knees shouldn't be changing too much. So the movement's all coming from the hip. We'll finish with one more each side. Good. All right. Next, we're going to move into a bridge. A bridge is really important to get some spinal mobility and to help build up your glutes as well. So let's have feet about hip width apart, bent in close towards you. Just make sure you can see me. Okay, hands down flat beside you. We're going to breathe in to prepare. And as we breathe out, we're first going to flatten your lower back against the bed. Then you're going to take your hips up to the ceiling like you're just peeling each vertebrae up off the mat. Cool. We're going to take a deep breath into the sides of the ribs here. And as we breathe out, we're going to melt down from the sternum and roll down through the spine until your hips are back down on the ground. Relax everything. We're going to reset and go again. So breathing out, tucking your pelvis back, flattening your lower back against the bed and taking your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale at the top and then rolling back down through the spine. Now if this is too easy for you, you can have hands up and following the same process I mentioned earlier. Deep breath in at the top and then rolling down. We're going to go for 10 here. But you just want to take this slow so we can try and get as much mobility as we can. And just relaxing your glutes at the bottom, then re-engaging. So curling your hips back, take them up to the ceiling, and really be conscious of pressing down through the heels here and really engaging your bottom muscles. And rolling back down. Good. Do a couple more here. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Taking your hips up. Breathing in and out as you roll down. Cool. Now we're going to breathe in, breathe out, curl up into your bridge. Take your arms overhead and then roll down through the spine. Arms will come back. So take your hips up to the ceiling into your bridge. Float your arms overhead. Leave your arms overhead as you roll back down through the spine. So this just gives us a nice stretch along the back and through our upper arms. And floating your hands back again. So we'll repeat this here. We're pressing down through the heels. Continue squeezing the glutes as you take your arms overhead. Don't let your hips drop until you peel down again. Good. Do 2 more here. Take your arms overhead and then roll down through the spine. Beautiful. Breathing in, breathing out, bridge up, breathing in, and breathing out, bridge back down. Perfect. So I will continue with that if you don't want to make it harder. Otherwise, we'll bridge up. Now really, we're going to lift our right leg into tabletop and then back down. We're going to alternate both legs, and I want you to keep a conscious effort and awareness of keeping your hips nice and level the whole time, because you'll have the tendency to drop either side. So that means as I float my right leg up, this left heel is really grounded down into the ground. And you can also use a slight pressure throughout your hands just to activate all your posterior chain muscles as well, to keep you supported here. And so we're going to go for another 10. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then melting back down through the sternum. Nice work. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Just give your lower back a nice stretch. And then we're going to move into some tummy and abdominal exercises. Okay. So, we're going to stay in this position here. Your legs are going to be bent if you want to make it a bit easier. If you're up for a challenge, we're going to have legs in tabletop. You're going to place your arms interlaced behind your head, and your elbows are going to be out nice and wide. Just make it easy for you to see me. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to breathe in to prepare. Flatten your lower back against the bed, and breathe out to curl up into a chest lift. Breathe in to lower. So we're going to start with 10 here. Notice I keep my elbows nice and wide, and your chin is tucked in the whole time. So we don't want to stick our necks out. So you just want to imagine like you have a little golf ball tucked underneath your chin, and you're just holding it to your chest the whole time. And this isn't a very large movement, it's just enough to bring your shoulder blades off the bed and you feel a bit of a shake through the tummy. And then come back down. So up again, breathing out, breathing in to lower back down. Good. Breathing out and breathing in. Good, and just keep that awareness that you're keeping your lower back in contact with the mat the whole time. So really keeping your tummy engaged. You're going to start to feel it working now. Good. Let's go for 3 more here. And 1 more. Breathing out, coming up high, and then back down. So now we're going to change it up a little bit. Hands behind the head again. Legs in tabletop, or you can just keep them down if you prefer. For now, legs in tabletop. Breathing out to curl up. Breathing in, stretch your arms out long behind the thighs. Breathing out to curl up a little bit higher. Breathing in, hands behind the head. And breathing out to lower. So we're going to go for 10. So coming up, arms out long. Come up a little bit higher. Keep the height as you take your hands back behind your head and lower back down. Coming up, arms out long, little bit higher. Take your arms behind your head and back down. Good. And back down. Good. Higher. Okay, let's go for 5 more. Good, coming up, curl up higher. Now really keep that height as you bring your hands back behind your head. Don't lose it before you come back down. So we really want to get your tummy working in this. Keep your lower back flat against the bed. Coming back down. I'll admit I have lost count, but let's go for 2 more. Coming up, arms out long. Bring yourself up a bit higher. Hands behind the head and lower. Good, 1 more here, curling up. Arms out long, make it your best one yet. Curling up high, hands behind the head, and then lower. Nice work. Hug your knees into your chest. Just roll around in a circle for 3. And then we'll roll back the other way. Perfect. So now let's go into an exercise called the hundreds. So with this one, I really want you to keep your lower back flat against the bed. So this is what we call an imprint. Your legs are going to be in tabletop. You're going to peel up into a chest lift. Stretch your arms out long, palms down. So this is your starting position. Now you can keep your legs here or you can straighten them out, whatever's up to you. What we're going to do is we're going to pump our hands up and down for 100, basically. So when you're ready, straightening out the legs, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. Good. So it's a quick pace. Keep that curl. Feel like you're getting up higher each time. Good. So don't lose your height. Keep your arms outstretched nice and long. Keep pumping the arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to go for 30 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Nice work, guys. That one is a little bit challenging. It works up a bit of a sweat. We got one more tummy exercise for you in a row, so a little bit of a ab burner here. I'm going to take your hands behind your head, legs up in tabletop. You're going to curl up into a chest lift, face your left knee, stretch your right out long. You're then going to swap and alternate between each legs. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out. So let's go for 6. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, and 6. Hold, and then lower. Alright, so we're going to do one more set, and we'll go for 10. So this exercise is called Crisscross, and you just want to make sure that you're bringing your opposite shoulder to your knee the whole time, and it's not just your neck turning, basically. So you want that rotation coming from your ribs. Legs up in tabletop. Curl up, face your left knee, stretch your right out long, and swap. So we can pick up the pace a little bit faster now. Both hips should be level the whole time. Good. And then have a break. So to change it up, let's roll onto your side, and we're going to do an exercise called side kick. You're going to stretch your legs out long, hand to support underneath your head, arm to balance in front. And you just want to check in with your position and just make sure you're nice and straight when you're looking down and that your legs aren't too far in front. So keep them back. What we'll start with, we'll lift our leg up just to hip height. Bring our toes towards us. We breathe in as our leg will sweep forward. Breathe out, point the toe, and the leg will go behind. So you'll notice as you bring your hip forward and then take it backwards, you're going to feel like you want to arch for your lower back here. So you want to keep your tummy nice and strong. Keep your hip long, so you're reaching your leg away from you as much as you can the whole time. And then take your hip back. Good. So let's inhale, leg out forward. Exhale, point the toe, leg out backwards. Inhale, slide your leg forwards. Exhale, leg goes backwards. And what this one does is it just really works your muscles in the side of your hips here. Muscles of which are really important for walking, everyday activities. And you'll find you're limited here by the length of the muscles behind your leg when you're bringing your leg forward. So if you can take your leg further than me, that's great, and I encourage you to do so. It's just when you're taking your leg backwards, you want to make sure you're really going back behind your other leg. So you can see I'm taking mine back towards the wall, so we're getting some really good glute activation. Good. Now we're going to go up and down. So you want to keep your hip reaching long the whole time. Lift your leg up, exhale, bring it down. Inhale your leg up, exhale, bring it down. And you'll notice that I'm not bending through the hip as I bring my leg up. Keep my hand here so you can see. So it's just a little movement. Good, let's go another 4 here. Good, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to do 10 backwards little circles, keeping your trunk nice and still. I don't want your body rocking. This is really going to work your glutes on that top leg. Perfect. Now what you'll do is just roll over and complete it on the other side. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to turn around this way. Alright, checking in that you're nice and straight. Lift your leg up. Inhale, bend your foot, come forward. Exhale, take your hip backwards. And just repeat these movements again. So you want to do 10 forwards and back. Good. Good. One more, inhaling, hip forwards. Exhale, point the toe, take your hip backwards. Brilliant. Let's go straight into the up and downs. So feel like your leg is just growing that little bit longer each time you take your hip up and down. Hip stays nice and long. Don't bend through the waist. Good. Inhale your leg up, exhale your leg down. Let's go for about 10 again. And you should start to feel it in your side of your hip here. Keep your tummy on so your waist isn't moving. Let's go for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Into your backward circles again, so hand in front to support you. And just keep them as little circles. Keep the range just enough that you can keep your tummy still so we're not rocking through the body. Let's go for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. And rest. So you should start to feel it through here. If you're not, do a couple of extra reps or do another set of the above. Now, I'll get you to sit up. We'll start cooling down. We'll have right leg bent in front, left leg back behind. Arms out nice and straight. So now we're going to go into mermaid. It's really good for your upper back mobility. So you're going to come down over to the side, reaching over, and then coming back to the center. And then we swap to the other side. So I inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, coming over to the side. Good, and just move through this slowly. Keeping your ribs down like I mentioned before. And it just gives us a nice stretch into our lats and just some nice mobility into your upper thoracic. Particularly nice if you have a desk job and you've been sitting a lot today. Good, side to side. Now, come over to the side and just sweep your hands underneath you like you're going to shake someone's hand behind you, basically. And then come back out to the side. Come up and over. So now we're going to keep adding in those rotations. Over to the side, bend your bottom arm, Turn in, shake the person's hand behind you, and then curl back out. We'll go 2 more to the right. Scooping under. Coming up and out to the center. 1 more to the side. Good. And then curling under. Repeat this with the other leg in front. So left is in front now, right's behind. Both the hip bones are down, arms out long. Inhale and then exhale over to the side. Inhale back to the center, exhale back over to the other side. Good. Inhale back to the center, exhale back over to the other side. Good. And you want to make sure you're keeping both hip bones and your sit bones, so your bones you sit on when you're in a chair, your bum bones, you want to keep them down onto the bed the whole time. Otherwise you're not going to get that stretch down the side of your body. Good. Coming over here. Good. And then rotate through. Come back out, up to the center. Good, coming back into the middle, coming up and over. Rotate your arm under. Shake your friend's hand, and then curl back up to the center. Let's go for a couple here. Good, and just really thinking about your breath. Keeping it nice and gentle. Breathing out as you're coming over here. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out as you come over. Coming underneath. Breathing in and breathing out to finish. Cool. Nice work, guys. Thanks for following along today. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call and we can give you some further tips on your exercises. Great. Thank you.